what are the top things to improve your physical health? The top things to improve your physical health. The top thing is inner peace, knowing who you are. Your physical body is a projection of your soul. You're not your physical body, it's a projection of your soul. Your spirit is the light that's shining through the soul. If you live life from depth within yourself, deep within yourself, from that focal point, the nexus point of that soul consciousness, where you're connected to your spirit, you have tremendous inner peace. And that's the best thing for your physical health, by far. There's nothing better than inner peace. You can do as much exercise as you want. You can eat as much raw food, superfoods, herbs, healthy foods, as much as you want. But it won't do you any good if you don't have the inner peace. I go down to Chinatown in Denpasar, the capital of Bali, from time to time, to buy Chinese herbs. Now, there's a couple of stores there, a couple of the best Chinese herb stores I've ever been to in my life, and the knowledge that those old men have in there about herbs is par excellence. They know it all, and they have the best stuff. Are those old men happy, shining embodiments of health and vitality? Not at all. Not at all. It doesn't matter how many herbal teas you drink, how much qigong you do, how much power you have inside of yourself, what you can do with that power to manipulate matter. If you don't have inner peace, you're going to rot. That's the way it is. So the only way you get your inner peace is by living from the place within yourself that already is peace. That means living from depth, going deep, deep, deep within yourself. And of course, superhero training, we have all these, protocols to help you do that. And doing the breathing, focusing with the Nischay, becoming soul conscious, relaxing, 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 setting time every day to do that, morning and night, making it priority, making sure in the daytime you don't go too far away from that awareness and attitude, the alchemy of your awareness and attitude, and you will be experiencing deeper and deeper and deeper degrees of peace. And then, as far as exercise goes, it all depends on the individual. Some of us can handle a lot more and need a lot more physical exercise than others, depending largely on your constitution and the way your energy flows. In the human design language, if you are a generator or a manifesting generator, even a manifester, you need a lot more exercise than a projector does, for example. In an Ayurvedic language, if you are a Kapha constitution, and certainly a what they call, I forgot the name of the fiery one, the Rajasic constitution. I'll remember it in a minute. Anyway, there's three main constitutions in Ayurveda, and the Sattvic constitution requires a lot more peace and stillness and gentle exercise, like a projector does. It's a Vata, that's right, Vata. And then the fiery one is the Pitta. Pittas have, they don't get cold easy. They're a little more robust. Their constitutions, generally speaking, a little more robust. They can work harder, train harder, yeah. Kaphas are, a bit heavier, a bit denser, a bit slower, prone to just can relax really easy. And the Vatas are like, jumping around, like butterflies. They're flitting around, their minds flit around a lot. It's more of an airy kind of a thing. So Vatas, generally and typically speaking, need less vigorous exercise than the Pitta does, you see. So there's all these different categories. Your blood group is one, your age would be another, your habits already. So exercise is very much about you making the choices based on really and honestly what your needs are, yeah? And then when you understand that a little bit more about what your needs are, and you're honest about that, if you need to train every day or twice a day or 3 times a day or every second day, whatever it is, then you choose exercise that you enjoy. And I like to train outside in nature as much as possible, yeah? So, like for instance, this morning I went for a walk on sunrise on this long ridge. It's like a spine that goes through the middle of Ubud, through a beautiful valley, and this is very picturesque and just magnificent. And I was watching the sunrise and the birds flying, and I just walked this morning for about a couple of miles and did Qigong this morning on the ridge. Yesterday I ran the ridge, yeah, so I'd had a couple of miles run. I think the day before that I ran it as well, and yesterday and the day before I also swam in the morning. When I came back from a run, I swam. You know, I did swimming, and I think one day was a little gentler than the other. I did some sprints yesterday, I think. So, and then in the evening, you know, at night, last night I was doing calisthenics and, you know, body weight exercises. I love body weight exercises, but it's all outside, yeah? So I like to do most of my training outside with nature. And I like to use the rocks and the trees and, you know, whatever, the contours, the hills, the mountains. Make it fun. Don't do robotic stuff. You don't have to go to the gym and while you're watching television, and you know, all the robots and the slaves are on conveyor belts, and you know, you don't have to do that stuff, breathing in air conditioning and shit like that. If you want to get strong, go to the park, hug a tree, and then do an isometric contraction and try and lift the tree out of the ground. You want to get strong? Go and do that. That's all you need. Go and hug the tree and try and lift it out the ground. Hold your breath and take a deep breath in, grip the tree, and then very gently, very slowly contract every muscle in your body, and then try and lift that tree out the ground. That'll get you so strong. Do the exercise that you love. Yeah? Just have fun, enjoy it. But don't become obsessed with body consciousness. Body consciousness is a massive trap in the world. Everyone posing around, trying to, you know, get bigger, stronger, faster, you know, or less, lose weight, you know, look like a model, whatever it is, you know. Body consciousness is a big trap. We're not these physical bodies. We never were, we never will be. And we need to be honest about that. Yeah? So don't you know, worship and glorify the physical body. Look after it, and but do it in a way that it brings you peace, and never lose your spiritual awareness. The body's a remarkable thing. You don't have to have big muscles to experience physical health. You don't have to have, you know, zero body fat or ridiculously low levels of body fat to experience physical health. You don't have to have you know, really high cardio or power to weight ratio or whatever it is to experience physical health. You don't have to train every day in gyms and stuff to experience physical health. You know, none of these things, yeah? You can really enjoy your life and experience, you know, amazing physical health. And also, I love to work. I love physical work. That's my favorite thing, is manual work. I love axing and digging. I love it. And then diet, of course, is huge. But again, don't be obsessed about it. There's, you know, on superhero training in the health section, you've got something called the biology of peace, which is, you know, really is very, 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 very solid health information. It's as good as I can give you after, you know, 33 years of researching and, you know, understanding the human equation. So you've got it right there. And basically, fundamentally, you need fluids, you need hydration, mineralization, and conductivity in the morning. So hydration, mineralization, conductivity, alkalization in the morning time. Fluids, and you know, as natural as you can. I love apple cider vinegar and baking soda and honey in the mornings. super duper, and I love to put a little bit of blue-green algae or a little bit of spirulina or something in there for the conductivity. So alkalization, mineralization, hydration, and conductivity, those 4 things. If you get those things covered in the morning and try and get, at least a couple of pints, if not half a gallon of, or a couple of liters of really high quality fluids that tick all those boxes in the morning, you are stoked. You're good to go. And then just, I call it the Brontosaurus diet. You thicken up as the day goes on. As the sun gets higher, basically, you can go denser and denser and denser. So you can go from liquids to juices to smoothies to solid food. And then when the sun starts to go down a bit, start going thinner and thinner and thinner again. So you go from solid food through back to liquids, juices and smoothies kinds of things, or teas and soups in the evening. We like to do inspiring smoothies in the evening. We'll do herbal teas and a little bit of cacao maybe if we want to stay up a little later, and be really inspired, and creativity, training, love making, having fun, hanging out, whatever it is. We like to turn on the full brain, the golden brain experience, so we can enjoy the meditation and the communion and the connection and everything as well. So there's lots of scope, and the biology of peace is your best friend for that one. Okay, God bless. Thanks for the question.